Hi guys, it's Greg and welcome to the Team Beachbody webinar. What I will be doing for the next approximately 30 minutes, I'll try to keep it pretty short, is walk through exactly what the Team Beachbody Opportunity is all about, all the different products that are available by Beachbody, a little bit about my story and how I got involved, and a little bit about our team, Team Dynamo. So let's jump right in. Success stories. For me, it all started in October of 2009. I was somewhat lethargic, 38-year-old guy. Just when I look back at the pictures you'll see coming up here in a little bit is I was a pretty average Joe. I thought I was pretty healthy, but I really was not. I was going down that path of the wrong direction towards medication. Slow path turns into a little bit of here and a little bit there. And pretty soon you look back, you have high blood pressure, you have a larger waist, you're maybe a little bit more acne or whatever it is, but everything is starting to move in the wrong direction. Maybe a lot of times that happens right in the 30s for most people, or if you're lucky, maybe a little bit later in life. But for me, I was starting, and I was smart enough to know that it's time to make a change. I saw the P90X commercials out there, and I was thinking, I wonder if this is for me. So what I did is I started asking a lot of questions to people that I know that did it. Are you doing P90X? Oh yeah, it's great. It works really well. And many people were telling me the same thing. A few maybe said, well, it doesn't work. And then I would say, well, did you do it? No, I did ab ripper for like 2 days and then it didn't work. That doesn't work. So what I found out is it works if you follow the program. And about the same time what I was doing is I went into the doctor, which I didn't even have a doctor at the time, and I still don't really, and she told me to do a sleep study because she thought I needed to have a better sleep pattern. I had sleep apnea, which I told her I sleep like a rock. So at that point I said that's not really going to happen. I did want to, like I said, go down that path of medication, and I took the plunge into just being healthier. And I ordered P90X and I went through round one, lost 11 pounds, half my body weight was gone, or not my body weight, but my body fat. Yeah, I went from 200 to 100 pounds in 30 days. And then I did round two and round three, and I continued on from there. And I did some other Beachbody programs. I've done Turbo Fire. I have a little harder time with that because I have 3 left feet, I think. I also did Asylum and Insanity, and I'm currently doing Les Mills Pump, and I'm training for a half marathon. So my whole philosophy towards fitness has changed dramatically. But not only that, the biggest thing that I really find myself when I look back and think, yes, I changed my fitness transformation, my waist is smaller and my weight is different, but my mindset is completely different. I'm not the same person. I'm reading personal development books when before I was reading or watching hours of 24-type hours. So my life's changed considerably, and about through round three, people started asking me a lot of questions, even before that. But that's when I started to jump into coaching and helping others do the same thing because I was seeing huge success. I wanted others to see the same thing. And that's how I became a Beachbody coach. And that's pretty much where I am today. So we'll jump right into this. I'll move on to the next slide here. As you know, the economy is not the greatest right now. There's help wanted signs, not exactly out there. I mean, this is somewhat the opposite. A lot of people are getting laid off from their jobs, and a lot of people are just struggling, and the economy isn't perfect right now. But one thing that's different with Beachbody is that Beachbody is growing tremendously, about 300%, something like that. And we're always looking at how many people do you know that are overweight or unhealthy. That's our target, is to help those people out. We need a lot of help. As you can see, too, the direct sales is what Beachbody is all about. Avon was one of the first, if not the first, or Mary Kay, to open up in this model, and they've been doing very well from the very start of it, because when you have success with a program or a product, you're going to speak very highly of that product. You're not going to just say, well, it works great, I don't know anything about it, and then you just move on. The products work, and Beachbody knows that they work, and they know that there's so many success stories out there that you can't help but talk about it to your friends. So that's why they introduced the network into Beachbody. So that's what the opportunity is that there's a huge problem of obesity in our country. It's growing in the wrong direction, and it's moving into other countries such as Canada even too. But most other countries are ahead of us in the game. I know Europe, where they do not eat fast food like we do and processed food, and it's really becoming a huge problem for us. When I see the picture of this boy here, I don't think he's more than 10 or 12 years old, and he's on the wrong path. He's eating terrible. McDonald's or whatever that is, and he's obese, and his whole life ahead of him is going to be a struggle because if you start off on the wrong foot, where do you have to go from there? Things just get more difficult as you're heavier, opportunities are less, and insurance rates are higher, and everything just becomes a problem. You don't want to do as much when you feel heavier or less energetic, so it just really makes me sad when I see that picture. Like I said, this is the layout, a little bit of the obesity and where we're going as a trend, and it's not moving in the right direction. In 2008 here compared to 1986, not going into great detail, but the more red and the more orange is a bad sign. Colorado is a glimmer of hope on trying to remain somewhat healthy. We all know people that are affected. This one right here, not osteoporosis, but I thought it was on here. Yeah, sleep apnea. That's the one I referred to. That's what they wanted me to go in and do a sleep test. They wanted me to probably take some medications for it and all kinds of things. Plus my insurance probably would not have paid for that. So I'm sure I would have spent, who knows, $1,000 or more on that out of pocket. Plus moving right down the direction, well, you're having problems with your sleeping, so take this, maybe take another one of these pills, and pretty soon you're on a path of 8 to 10 pills pretty soon before you even know it, and one to cover up another symptom. It's just not how I want to live my life. Now the pictures. This to the left that I haven't mentioned yet, but my sister Rhonda Layton, which we work very closely together with Team Dynamo. Rhonda had great success with Insanity in Shakeology. She's been a runner for years, and it wasn't until she started Insanity with Shakeology that she started to make tremendous progress. She was running marathons at a just under a 4-hour clip. She started doing Beachbody programs with Shakeology and Insanity, and she went down to 3:45 and qualified for the Boston Marathon, which, if you're a runner, you know how much work that takes to make that huge stride of a progress with 15 minutes of time off your races. And being qualified for Boston is huge. And I'm not really a runner. I'm moving in that direction a little bit, just more challenges for myself, but I appreciate how difficult that can be. So kudos to you, Rhonda, and that's just proud of your progress and where you've come just in a short amount of time. Then that's me on the right there. That picture on the left was October of 2009 when I started, 38-year-old guy. Looked like I'm not too enthused in that picture, and I wasn't faking it. That wasn't how I was feeling. And then on the right, that's after 3 rounds of P90X. I had tremendous progress the first round, but then from there I leaned out even more after the second and third round, and I lost a little hair along the way. Here's some of the products I'm sure you're very familiar with all these products. There's a few of them that are new in this mix that I'll talk a little bit more in the next few slides, but Shakeology is a huge meal replacement product. It does tremendous things for you. It fills you up, but it's loaded with tons of great antioxidants and nutrition. P90X2 is out as of like last year, so it's been out for a little bit. Insanity Asylum, and there's the new product, Derm Exclusive, and Les Mills Pump, and Body Beast, and some of those, but the most famous is probably P90X and Insanity and Turbo Fire, and some of the other products are following suit right behind that. Oops. These are the newer products. I just mentioned a few of those, but the one in the middle there is the Beachbody Ultimate Reset, and I was able to go through that in June, or actually May and June. It's a 3-week reset cleanse process, and there's a formulated process with all the menus and exactly what to do and what days to do that. I lost 8 pounds. My cholesterol went down 26, 27 points, and it was pretty good to start with. So that was a tremendous program to go through, and it really changed my mindset as far as some of the foods I was eating. I moved it more into vegan and vegetarian from that too, which, say that a couple of years ago, I would have thought you're crazy. Then there's the P90X certification. I just recently got certified for that, which will allow me to do group fitness classes, and there was just recently some very cool news announced. If you're familiar with Chalene Johnson, she's the Turbo Kick and the creator of Turbo Kick and Turbo Fire and all these other certifications for those programs that are out there. We just Beachbody merged with her company, and that will allow us to really take advantage of her knowledge and skills, knowing how to utilize the certification process in all the other gyms and fitness facilities out there, so we can really get out there and help even more people. So I'm really excited about that. And then the vegan Shakeology is fairly new. and the tropical. The Body Beast, I know a lot of people doing that and gaining quite a bit of muscle mass. Even some females doing that because it seems like it's all male dominated to get all bulked up, but there's females doing it and they're just getting muscular, which they're not getting overly muscular. It's a pretty good program. Next, John Congdon and Carl Deichler are the co-founders of Beachbody, and they started this in 1998 with an idea to get away from the company they were with and selling products that just did not work, like an ab chair, and just taking people's money thinking, well, it's not going to work, so they're going to come back and want to buy another product. But they wanted to do something a little bit different and help people, and they would be customers for life basically because the products work. I want to continue this. This product works great. I'm sure the other products that they put out as a company will be even better. And that's the philosophy that they started with Beachbody. 8 number 1 infomercials. You'll probably recognize all these: the 10-minute trainer, P90X, Turbo Fire, or Turbo Jam, Hip Hop Abs. It's just, it doesn't stop because Beachbody spends so much in advertising. That only helps us as coaches to get the word out. P90X is a social phenomenon. Look at this. There's just tons of advertising out there. There's all kinds of pro athletes and actors and actresses that are using P90X. I mean, you can just go up and down the line. There's the Philadelphia Eagles kicker. There's Ashton Kutcher. I can't pronounce his last name ever, but Pink. I know there's tons of athletes and very famous people because that's where Tony Horton started. He started out as a struggling actor and he was helping other actors, and he started to move into big time, and then P90X took off. So it's a pretty cool story. Beachbody is all about nutrition, support, and fitness. So a lot of times we have the nutrition maybe down, even though that's a very difficult one for most. We have the fitness down, we can push some weights around, but we have no support. Even if we have the fitness and the nutrition, we don't have any accountability. And that's what the full circle is with Beachbody, is that we keep people accountable and motivated, and we also have a program that works with very diligent days and weeks and what to do on those days, and also the nutrition piece, how many carbs to eat, protein, the whole layout according to your body weight and your amount of calories you're burning each day, all that stuff. So they laid out tremendously. As you can see, some of these other products here, and as a coach, you receive 25% off or you would make 25% on the commission. There's P90X bars, omega-3s. There's a whole variety of products, just adding new products all the time. And they put a lot of work, extensive research into these products, so they're not putting just junk in there. These are some pretty cool pictures. This is Heather on the left. She's a member of the team, and she lost 13 pounds, I believe, with her Ultimate Reset. But as you notice, her back there just got shredded with, and this reset is 3 weeks of not working out. It's just strict nutrition. It tells you how much nutrition goes, how far that goes. And on the right, there's another coach. She lost, her cellulite went away. I don't know if you can see that too much, but she lost 15 pounds, and there's some more detail on her cholesterol going down, and just, it's crazy because drugs aren't really the answer. It's just proper nutrition and just really taking care of yourself. That's what this whole process proves, and it goes into more than food. It goes into your whole emotions and lifestyle. So it was a pretty cool process. Like I mentioned, Shakeology, it's the healthiest meal of the day. It's loaded with 70-plus ingredients, and I'm not going to attempt to go into each one of those, and it's very low in calories as well, and it's just trying to blank on the name there, but it's 140 calories or 150 calories depending on which flavor it is, and it really fills you up. I have it for breakfast every morning, and the favorite right now I have is tropical. Have that with a banana and some ice and some water. Blend that up with a Vitamix, and I'm ready to rock for the day. There's a little bit more detail on Shakeology. It's more than a protein shake. It's a full meal replacement, not just a shake that sometimes can get confusing and with just a few amount of ingredients in it. This is the full variety of everything you need for your meal. This is the wall, to give you an example. This is in Santa Monica, our Beachbody headquarters, and these are all the ingredients that go into Shakeology. If you added all these up and try to make this yourself, it comes into the one serving would be maybe like $20-some, $25 for like one serving. And it's all superfoods, and they're all good for you, so I'd rather just take a little of the powder out of the bag and put it in a cup and try to put all those together. Like I said before as well, Beachbody was all about word of mouth. Say I did P90X and I had great success. I'm going to go tell my buddy Joe, hey Joe, this is, or he's going to ask me, what are you doing? Seems like you've been really making some nice progress. You're looking thinner. You seem a little more energetic. And Beachbody picked up on this, and they actually did some studies, and they found out that it was a high amount of people that would buy P90X, and they would put, or some other programs for Beachbody, and they'd leave it on their shelf. They'd order it, and they'd never even open it. Maybe like 40% or something. It was pretty crazy the high number that was. So they figured, well, we need a little bit more accountability here. How can we put that into place? And that's when they started the Beachbody Coach Network in 2007. So basically, the coaches, what I do is I talk to other people and people that want accountability and they want to stick with the program, and I help them do that. So we're coaches or also distributors. That's what we're considered. We're not fitness experts, even though a lot of us have a huge amount of interest for fitness and nutrition, but we're basically life coaches in a way. We really talk to our customers and we figure out what's limiting them from gaining their success with this whole program, and maybe even in just in life, and we get down to the root of what that is and talk them through it, keep them motivated, and that's basically what we do, and we answer questions along the way. Here's some pictures from all kinds of other coaches that are on the team, and not specifically our team, every one of these, but you can be a grandma, you can be a FIAD teacher, secretary, it doesn't matter what your career path is, you can get involved with this and help people just the same as anyone else can, because we're all the same starting off. We all have our own story, and we've all strayed off our fitness and nutrition plan at one point, I'm sure, and this is just to help each other get back on track. It's easy to get started in this business. It's $39.95, and that gives you this business starter kit. And there's also been the introduction of challenge packs, which they introduced a whole Beachbody program, a workout program, say P90X or TurboFire, or there's numerous other products. And some of those are mentioned in that slide, but that product with Shakeology pulled together, and that's considered a challenge pack. And that waives the $39.95, and it's also discounted. So that's been a huge success and a very big seller as far as how to get started in the business. Is you want to get yourself into shape, and when you're in shape, you can help others do it much easier because you've learned a lot of things along the way. Like I mentioned, these are the packs. They're available for all these products: 10-Minute Trainer, TurboFire. You pick one of these products, maybe even Rev Abs, and then you also get a bag of Shakeology or packets. And that's how you get started, and that's the best way to really get off the ground and get yourself in shape and feel more energetic. And these are the packs for coaches or for customers, but they also include this starter kit for the same price. And I won't go into great detail, but these are the options. The 305 pack is the highest, and that's the Beachbody Ultimate Reset pack. And the lowest is 160, and that's the same for if you came in as a coach or a customer. And that gives you the bag of Shakeology or the packets and also the workout program. And this is how you can make money. At the very beginning, you earn commissions. It's 25% on $120 is roughly $30 commission, and that's how you start off. But as you build a team of other coaches that work together with you, you start earning cycle bonuses as well on the volume that's produced within the team, and that's when it really starts to get crazy. And you also build this upon with your, I haven't mentioned this yet, but Facebook challenge groups and people that are all in a small group and interacting. And as you build upon those groups, that you have more members joining the team, and this just grows exponentially. I'm not going to go into great detail. If you want more information on that, I would be more than happy to talk with you on the phone or you can go into a little bit more detail on that. And this just goes into a little bit more example. Say you sell P90X for $119.85. That's $30 commission roughly. Same goes for Shakeology, $30. So then you would earn about 60 bucks. And this goes into a little bit more detail on month 1, 2, because Shakeology is a home delivery product where you want to be consistent with that. So someone orders Shakeology on Home Direct, that's $30 in your pocket, and the next month they get their bag shipped out, and that's another $30. And say you add a customer, so then you have two customers. So not only on month 2 would you earn $30, you'd earn $60 because of that customer from the previous month, and that just accrues and it gets to be pretty lucrative as time goes on. So you start off by bringing in 2 business partners, and it's a binary system, so you have a left and a right leg. and you have 2 active coaches, and then you become Emerald. But the nice thing about that, and I don't think there's any other company in the network marketing business that really does this, is Beachbody, once they get to Emerald, they give you free customers. People call up on the phone, they order P90X. They're not assigned a coach, so they get assigned to whoever is an Emerald coach or higher. And over when the, say, January time is here, when everyone wants to get into shape, I say I get about 5, 6, 7 customers a week, I think it is, just free. And then anytime they order products after that, they're assigned to me, and I can interact with them. And it's a pretty cool little system how they help us out with that. So what do we do as coaches? That's Rhonda again on the right with her son Jackson at one of the Beachbody events. That's her with Sean T, and then that's me on the left there with I'm drawing a blank on his name, but from The Biggest Loser and from Rev Abs, that is, well, just drawing a blank tonight. What we do as coaches is we have fun, we make money. Brett Hobel, I don't know, must be too many things in the head tonight, but that's Brett Hobel, and he was big on The Biggest Loser, and the Rev Abs program has been great. At first I didn't know if I really thought it would be the best for me, but I tried it out, and I was really impressed with it. But we just share what we're doing. We don't try to sell any products, really. We just want to help other people, and what helps them is what helps us, or is what we've had success with, and that's some of the products that we've used, and that's as simple as that. Like I said, this business is simple. We share what we do. There's all kinds of sharing devices we can use. There's pamphlets, and there's samples. There's DVDs we can hand out. A lot of times we'll send out a link with a video and it explains exactly what the program is or what the coaching is all about or what Shakeology is. So they make it really easy for us. And you also get your own websites with your store. So you just basically point people to the store. You don't have to order any inventory. You just give them the link that's assigned to you, and then if they buy anything, then you get credit for it. The timing is here. 2/3 of Americans are obese, and Beachbody produces the #1 selling products. This TV is a little dated, but that's Tony probably somewhat recently. The brand is there. They were advertising 150 million plus or whatever a year on all the infomercials. So 5, 6, 10 people, or probably about 60-70% of the people that you talk to already know what P90X is, and they already know what some of those programs are. So it's pretty easy to talk to about the programs. Like I said, yeah, spending about 100 million a year. That's actually, this slide is probably somewhat dated. I think it's closer to like 150 or maybe even more now. And we're just constantly out there. We're in front of all the networks, magazines, ESPN. We're all over the place. If you turn on the TV anytime at night or maybe after 10 o'clock, you're probably going to find an infomercial of some sort for Beachbody. They're adding 50,000 customers each week, and this slide is also probably maybe a little dated, not too old, but that's probably even 50, 60, 70,000, somewhere in there by now. And we're working at adding 1 million coaches to the network, and we're about 85,000. And when I started, we were about 25,000. So it's growing really quickly. It's time to move in now because this thing is going to get crazy. Right now, it's only in the United States, and Canada's knocking on the door, Mexico's knocking on the door. Even overseas, I know like England is, once things break open with some of the other countries, it'll be wide open for others. And just, it's going to grow so fast that there's just so many people that need our help out there. So that's what the fun part is, being able to help them out and change their life. And of course, there's a 30-day guarantee on products for this coaching opportunity. If you don't feel that this is right for you, just call back. Beachbody has a AAA or A+++ rating with the Beachbody or the Better Business Bureau. And that's very difficult to achieve that and attain that. Their customer service is excellent. So if you have any problems at all, you call them, and they won't let you off the phone until you're satisfied with everything that you need. The cool thing is we have so much fun as coaches. I've met so many cool people across the whole country. I'm better friends with all these people than I ever thought I would be. And some of them I've never even met in person. Maybe the first time I would meet them is one of the events that we've been to. On the right there was out in the Bahamas trip where it was surreal. It was one of the perks of Success Club, which I haven't mentioned, but just achieving goals and helping people with their fitness goals. You get to go on these cool trips, and that was the one on the left there was Summit, the annual convention down in, or that was Los Angeles last year, and I believe the one above that was probably the same trip, but we get to work at home. We can work for wherever we want. I know someone was just in Dominican Republic that I know that's doing very well as a coach. I think she was there for a month, just a laptop. So she could do all her work, cell phone and laptop, and she was ready to rock and help people. And you just don't have to be limited with getting in a car and driving and getting all this stuck with traffic and all those other things that come into play. So what do you really want? The whole thing is, there's so many people that struggle with a lot of things in their life. What do we do? How do we get around that? I mean, do we hate our job right now, or what are we really working for? That's the question. Is there something in life that it just bothers you, you just don't feel fulfilled? Just think about that question. For me, it's like, once I started to get involved with this, and I just felt so much better, and I was able to help other people. When I could help other people and I could see how their life has changed and they're feeling better themselves, that's a very rewarding experience. And we get to improve ourselves, and we get to improve our relationship with our family and our friends. And that's what this is all about. This is way beyond fitness, and it's just about helping people get in better shape, not only with their fitness, but also with their finances and relationships. It's a pretty cool opportunity. So what are you doing now that you're going to get to this place of whatever you want? If you're just sitting there each year going, well, I think I really want that, or I think that'd be cool, but that's not for me, or why isn't it? Why not you? You can do anything you want in life. If you're struggling with your fitness, start there. Start small, and just make a decision to start. Start tomorrow. Maybe if it's talking about your fitness, start very small with one part of your nutrition. If it's your business or your career and you hate your job, or even if you like your job, you want more freedom with your kids, your family, whatever it is, start small, make a plan, and get involved, help other people, and you can really turn this into a full-time income pretty quickly. You have to do something different in order to do that. Like I said, if you're just doing the same thing and you're doing the same thing next year, nothing's going to change. You have to make a small change, and each day keep continuing to make changes, and over time those compound, and then you'll be very excited and happy with what you've done to make those changes. You'll be pleased with the results. Decide, commit, and succeed. That's the group workout there from one of the summits in the past. I think that was a couple of years ago there. But nothing will change in your life if you don't make a decision and you actually take some action. Just decide to get involved, take some action, and just start small and just keep going there, and just one step at a time. And that's what Team Dynamo is here for. We're here as a group of coaches. We all interact. We share knowledge to help each other out, so that as a team we can share resources and help everyone get into better shape and really change your life. So that's all I have. Hopefully I stayed within about 30 minutes there, and there's tons of information. I know I went over that in a pretty quick fashion, but just wanted to give you a highlight on basically what it's all about, and it's really changed things dramatically for me. It's been coming up on 3 years now, but I just continually, doors are open for me left and right as I got myself into shape, and then I moved from there and I moved into helping others. It's somewhat surreal to me, but I will not keep you any longer this evening, and I will, on the bottom of this video, I'll include the information to our website, so there'll be contact information on there, and feel free to give us, any of the coaches on the team, give us a call, send us an email, and we'll be more than happy to set up a call with you or just interact with you and answer any questions that you might have to get you started. Thanks for your time. Talk soon.